Hey folks, welcome to the show. My name is Colin.
And I'm Meg.
Welcome to Did You Pack Snacks, a family travel podcast. And boy, do we have an episode for you.
A good one.
What's it called, Megan? It's a mouthful.
7 places to go under $4K, parentheses, to get a break from your kids.
Oh!
Or not even to get a break, just a break from your kids.
From the kids.
Or if you're listening and you don't have kids, then the parentheses say, go here, you have all the freedom in the world, we're helping you plan your next vacation.
A YOLO.
Yes.
And these are 7 places to go as a couple.
Right.
Right? And
or with a friend. We don't want to, we're not trying to be exclusive
you know
here.
what? Or solo.
Or solo.
Or solo. And the good thing is today we're breaking it down to the people who are all about adventure.
Right.
The people who want to do nothing.
Just chill.
The ones who post memes about it's the weekend, bye.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking specifically about a friend I know. And then also...
Did he just go to the Beyonce concert?
Yes. But every Friday, our friend Tucker posts a meme that says the weekend's here, bye. And it always cracks me up. And then, so we got chill, do nothing, adventure, and then we also got the planners.
Right.
People are like, who don't plan and what am I saying?
It's the person that they want to get the most out of their trip.
Yes.
So they're about to pack that itinerary.
Right.
They're not missing out. They're going to see it all, do it all, eat it all.
They get to do this like every 3 years.
Right.
So they're even going to like layover. Their layover is going to be planned.
Right.
Yeah.
The planner.
Again, I'm talking about another friend that I know that does this. Every trip he goes, there's either a fun layover at the beginning or the ending of the trip.
Because you got to squeeze every ounce out.
Squeeze every ounce out.
Man.
And so, but this is a family travel podcast. So, we're also thinking and, we're keeping in mind people like you and I.
Right.
That, August is here and August has been, well, let me tell you.
It's been busy.
It's been a lot, overwhelming, new season. So you're busy and you're like, man, I just need a little break from my kids. So maybe this episode can be a 30 minutes for you to just escape and wonder what your break could be like. Because every parent needs breaks.
That's true.
We love our kids.
Yeah.
We love them dearly. But somehow every time when we put them to bed, we're like, it's the best time. And then come like 10 o'clock, we're both laying in bed. And we start recapping the day. I'm like, can't wait to see those kids.
Wasn't it so cute when they did this or said that?
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go on this adventure, shall we?
Let's do it.
But first, I kind of alluded to it.
Okay.
August, how's your week been? To me, it's been hard, but I want to hear what you have to say.
I think so. We leave on our trip next week. It's been a little while since we've gone somewhere internationally.
Yeah.
And there's that list.
Do you want to tell people where we're going?
Oh, well, we've said it before, but if you don't know, we're going to the Faroe Islands in Iceland.
Yes.
We're really excited. And before I go on any trip, there's a list of things that have to happen before you go. And there are like 2 categories, in my opinion. The things that have to get done. You have to pack your bag. You have to get laundry. You have to make sure the kids have rain boots. You have to get any necessary medication. Pack your camera. You get the gist.
All the phone calls.
These are all have-tos. Then there's the list that makes no sense.
Yeah.
But takes up space in your brain. Things that you've ignored for the last 2 months, but all of a sudden, the deadline to have them done is the day before you leave.
We want to spout out a few of them?
There's a lot of them, but I just don't know why I am the way that I am.
Yeah.
That second list takes up so much space in my brain before we go somewhere, because the reality is none of it could get done.
And it's fine.
And life would be fine.
Right.
But I am this way.
Yeah.
And for instance,
well, you just like, you feel it.
I feel it.
Yeah.
The side of our house has been like melting. That sounds dramatic, but it's true. We don't know why.
The siding is like warping
in just one little section.
Yeah.
And so for the last 2 months, I've known it's there.
Yeah.
We've talked about contracting or like getting a contractor to give us a quote. But all of a sudden in the last week, it is like life or death.
Right.
If I get this thing figured out and fixed. All of a sudden, the last 2 months, it's like, oh, it's on the to-do list, not a priority. It's going to be okay. But now that we're leaving for literally just 2 weeks.
Yeah, somehow that needs to be done.
Tomorrow.
What else is on the list?
I don't even know.
The leaky fridge?
The leaky fridge. I want to organize the garage. Why? Why am I this way? So anyway, I think I'm confessing right now. My goal this week is to make that list a little bit smaller and to just focus on...
Or maybe just let go of some of the things.
Well, they can't leave the list because when we get back, there's still things that have to be done.
Sure.
But they're due dates. I'm going to just push back their due dates a little bit.
Me and my colleagues, we say we're going to punt it. Punt it back.
You're going to punt it back.
Yeah.
All
Change
right, so I'm
the
going to punt it back to because August is already a thing. And then the other thing is
Are we talking about the biggest stressor?
I don't know.
Figuring out our outfits for the trip. Oh my gosh, y'all.
No, it's not really the biggest stressor, but we are doing something special. And that's what's stressing us out.
Right.
Is when we're in Iceland, a photographer that I really admire her work,
Lindsay Roman.
she is also going to be in Iceland, which what are the chances of that? So as soon as I figured that out, I was like, this is destiny, really.
Right.
We've not paid for like family photos in, I don't know, Liv was a baby the last time it happened.
Yeah.
And that was here in South Carolina.
2019.
Right. So we've never paid to have photos taken on any trip in any beautiful place.
We're also so cheap with photos, though.
Well, because you have a tripod.
Well, yeah, and because I take photos, but then because I'm like, I can just do it.
Right. And
But
so
then having someone else do it is just...
And get the moments rather than just like standing and smiling.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are hiring this photographer to take photos of us on our trip. And that is the part that's stressing me out outfit wise. The day-to-day stuff I could care less about.
Yeah.
But trying to coordinate those...
Man.
But you know what, y'all? It actually doesn't matter.
This podcast is therapy right now.
Yeah, we just need to let it all go.
Because this trip is like 2.5 weeks, and we're stressed about this 90-minute family session.
So just a heads up, when these photos are posted, just whatever we're wearing.
Just say it looks good.
Just say it looks good.
Just say it looks good.
Wow, guys. Couldn't have done a better job.
The coordination was...
Looks so good.
Just like.
What great photos.
If you're not even going to comment on it, just like. Just tap. Beep, beep. Done.
Man. But yeah, anyway. So those are the things that have been taking up real estate in my brain. But
and we don't leave for another week, so it's going to be, a handful of days over here.
A handful of days.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, what about you? What's stressful? What do you need what do you need?
That's all stressful. Well, that and I'm like trying to... I have deadlines with my job, and I'm trying to like work ahead.
Job. Yeah.
In my job. You're right. And so for the past 4 or 5 days, instead of waking up at 7:30, I've been waking up at 5:30.
I know.
Just to get a head start. And, it's just been, ugh. But let me tell you something else. Again, let's shift the perspective and talk about what really matters. And what really matters is that 9 years ago to the day, I proposed to you.
Oh.
Happy engagement, Megan.
Happy engagement.
I love you more than I did that day.
Oh.
And that is a testament to our marriage.
Yeah.
And you know what? And guess what? We talked about it the other night, how me being 23 years old, I had no idea. Mm-hmm. I knew that I was going to propose, but I was like, I wasn't planning outfits. And if it wasn't for your sister.
Oh, yeah. So we were at the beach. We were at Oak Island. We've talked about Oak Island a lot. We went in May this year, but we used to go in August. And my family, Colin was invited. And we had just gotten in from like a long day at the beach. And I have a sister a few years younger than me. And I walked in, my hair was in like a top bun, sweaty, sandy, beachy.
You thought we were just doing the tripod, everybody smile,
right.
Get to dinner.
Because the premise was, let's go take some family pictures. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well,
that was my plan.
I don't need to dress up for family pictures. This is what we look like.
It's better than wearing all white.
Yeah, we were just going to wear beach clothes. And my sister, I walked in, I was like, I'm ready. She goes, you're going to wear that?
She knew. Everybody knew.
She was in on it. And I said, well, are you not? And she goes, I'm going to take a shower and like do my hair. So I thought, okay, well, I guess I will too. And so, yeah, she kind of, you had not thought of
And
that
it
at
just
all.
hit me because like 10 years later, we went back to that one interaction. And were it not for that interaction, you would have gotten engaged in a hoodie, some jorts, and a top bun.
Which would have been okay.
Which I didn't care because I just wanted to be married to you. But
yeah, I guess there are some like unspoken expectations in
Yeah.
the whole engagement world. And I am thankful for the way that it turned out.
right.
You know, it worked
Yeah.
out that it was fine and we got some cute photos, but
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been mad if I was in my top bun.
I know, but
It just would have been different.
But now, 10 years later, we care too much.
We care too much.
We also don't get pictures done, so
It's like a
we
special
want to get done.
occasion.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Man,
that's
9
my
years ago. Can't wait to celebrate 10 years. I already know where we're going.
week. I don't. Are we talking about this right now?
I'll surprise you. I'll buy the tickets and just like pass them across the table.
That would be great because I would like a break. Speaking of break, I would like a break from trip planning.
Yeah.
Man. Yes.
Yes.
The side of being travel creators that people don't talk about is like, not only are you the model, not only are you the photographer, the videographer, you're also the trip planner.
Planning the itinerary.
You're also the one that's, just
or
planning
doing the
everything.
research to make sure that you get to the spots or the experiences that you want to experience.
It's exhausting.
And making sure that you're telling a good story.
And then on top of that, you're parenting.
On top of that, you're parenting, man.
So can we just do a round of applause to all you creators out there that are slaying it? You're working hard. All the mom influencers, the health influencers,
Or just honestly, the parents in general.
especially the parent influencers.
It's just
You
a
guys
whole
have
thing.
to parent and still set up that shot and get the shot and do your thing. And then when the kids go to bed, you're recording your voiceovers. So, round of applause. I may be patting myself in the back here. Round of applause.
Colin's mainly just, praising himself in the moment. But it is a lot of work. And
It is.
you do put a lot of research into the places we
But
go.
I'm not complaining
So thanks for
because
that.
I love what we do.
I know. Glass half full, right?
Glass half full. And there are so many days we want to give up. And, especially because we haven't traveled in a while, the travel muscles are not used. And so I'm just trying to, as soon as we pass security, it's going to be a great time.
Game on.
Game on.
And we can't wait to share it with you. So if you don't follow us online, you can follow us on YouTube, on Instagram. It's at Colin and Meg. And then if you're new to the podcast and you enjoy listening and hearing us chat and basically just spill all of our feelings into a mic, then we'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, tell your friends. It means a lot that you're here. So let's...
Wow, what a segue into pitching ourselves.
Yeah.
High five.
No problem. But here we are, ready to dive into our episode.
Ready to jump in.
Ready to jump in,
Yeah.
step in. Isn't that what we were saying last
we're gonna
week?
jump right in.
We're gonna
before
jump
we
right
jump in.
in. And I think we should kind of go in order. So let's start with the two places that we think you and your partner, or you and your best friend, or you by yourself, the only goal is that there are no children coming.
Yes.
Right? So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who you're going with.
Yeah.
But these are trips that we thought would be really fun for you to go with somebody else, and you could do it for under $4K.
Mm-hmm.
And the first two are going to be the adventure destinations. So what's the first one?
Well, I'm gonna do the thing.
What's the thing?
Before we jump in,
Okay.
as I was making this list,
Mm-hmm.
I do have some thoughts at the forefront of my mind and how these places were chosen. Not only are they categorized by what kind of person you are, they're also categorized by, I didn't pick places that were too far away because you kind of want to be 1 or 2 plane rides away from your kids.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of didn't go too far, kind of be in that, quick time zone. And I'm assuming that everyone listening is a parent with young kids in the US. So those are like my boundaries. That's why I didn't pick places like Thailand or the Philippines. Even though, yes, I would love to go. But leaving your kids behind with your parents or with some babysitters, it's hard.
Yeah. And that adds 2 days to get there and 2
Yeah.
days on the way home of some really great real estate of vacation.
Yeah. So all these places, I made it easy. Like they're FaceTime friendly, they're babysitter chat friendly, and then in case of an emergency, you can get home sooner.
Cool.
See? Wow.
Some great thought went into this.
Yes. Okay. So number 1 and number 2, adventure number 1. I chose out of all the places in America. We're doing America first. I chose Oregon.
Tell us why.
So for the adventure folk that just love a road trip and you want to go to Oregon, you want to go to Cannon Beach, set up that bonfire, have a romantic, drink some wine on the beach, stay in one of those coastal resorts, and then maybe after a night or two, you go to Bend, which is like the adventure capital of Oregon. And then you can, I don't know what to do in Bend.
Well, it depends on the season, but in the winter, you have like the snowshoeing and the skiing and the, I don't know, winter sports. Oregon to me is just like, do you love being outside? You can go biking in the summer, hiking in the summer, swimming in the summer in the ocean.
Wow, Oregon. And I wrote e-biking. A lot of people e-bike around all the little towns along the Snake River or Hood River, the Mount Hood area. You can do... This is what I want to do in the future. When we're old, I want to go on river cruises.
I've heard a lot about river cruises.
Especially down the Snake River. You can start, you can actually fly into Boise, Idaho, and then do the river cruise and end up somewhere in Oregon. You can even go fishing. Go on a fishing trip with your friend or wife or husband. You might not normally fish, but there's something about slowing down and hearing the water. It might be the best thing that you need.
There are a lot of wineries in Oregon, so that's like a thing that you could do and incorporate into your itinerary. And then obviously, if you wanted to, you could head up to Portland too. It kind of eliminates the outdoorsy stop, but if you just wanted to experience a little bit of the city on your way back down, I think it would be
weirdness.
Fun. Get some weirdness.
Get some donuts.
Isn't that their slogan? Keep Portland weird.
What's the name of the donut? Voodoo Donuts.
Voodoo.
And then that might be like 6 years old. There might be like cooler brands by now.
Yeah. They just had really unique donuts when we were there. Like a tourist stop, I bet.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe don't go there.
Okay, so what's number 2?
Okay, number 2, I propose to you people the island of St. Lucia. And this island is unique from all the other islands in that area because St. Lucia stands out to me because of Jade Mountain.
Oh, so pretty.
And there's not a lot of Caribbean islands that have mountainous landscapes, but this one does. And that to me, it has always been in the back of my mind. Like if I were to go back to that part of the world again, speaking of marriage, we went to St. Martin for our honeymoon. Loved it. There were some hills, but Jade Mountain is just that perfect combination of luxury meets adventure. Like you can be in your pool in the morning overlooking the mountains, and then you go on a hike in the afternoons, go jump off a cliff and swim in a waterfall, horseback riding. You can do all of that, yet be not too far from the comforts of your resort.
Right. And the airfare or the plane ticket or the duration, what am I trying to say? The flight time is not
going
far.
There.
Getting there is not challenging.
Right.
And I think that we have not yet been to St. Lucia.
No.
But every single person that's gone.
Is that where we're going next year?
No. But every single person that's gone has said that it's just the most majestic and dreamy place to go. So I think that would be an incredible, relaxing, yet adventurous stop for somebody to plan.
Ooh, so that's like a combo.
It's a little bit of a combo.
Chill adventure.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, so moving on. What are we talking about next?
Moving on, I'm taking you to... I'm stretching it a little bit. We're going a little bit far, but this is the furthest on the list, I promise. We're going to fly to Athens.
Okay. Athens. The city of the best food.
Pretty good food.
Great. Oh, no. Mediterranean food?
That's your favorite?
I mean, yes.
I don't know, man.
Salami and feta and tomatoes and cucumbers.
Pizza is like up there.
No, I love
Don't even get me started.
In Greece.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about... I'm not dodging on Mediterranean food. I'm just biased where it's Asian food, though.
I mean, that's fine. We can be different in some ways.
Are you saying Mediterranean's better than Asian?
Um...
What?
We don't have to rank
What?
food here. I'm just saying I like the
Are we married?
Mediterranean is very fresh. I like how everything feels fresh and light and yummy. Anyway,
There's lots of
you can
fresh
go to
Asian
Athens,
food.
you can eat. There's
Yes,
so many cute
but I agree with you. It is good food.
so many cute coffee shops.
Baklava,
I mean, just
cheap coffee.
so much to do.
Right.
But move on.
Okay,
You're
we
in
haven't
Athens.
left Athens yet. Okay, so we get to the port, and this is the debate here. You can either take a cruise and go to a bunch of Greek islands, or you can go to the airport and get on a flight and get to one of the smaller Greek islands. What would you do, Megan?
I think if I'd never been there before, I would probably take a cruise because I'd want to see. Well, one, I would want to plan less. I just want somebody to bring me to where I want to go. I want to get off the boat. I want to see some stuff. And when I'm tired, I want to get back on the boat. And I think the cruises around the islands are kind of nice because they're smaller cruises. It's not like a carnival cruise. But you kind of get to see a lot more. And if it was my first trip, I would probably do that.
You're right.
And if it was my second trip, I would definitely pick one of the less touristy destinations, get like a little house and maybe experience more of the culture and kind of more of a laid back vibe. So I would do both and.
Yeah. Because, I mean, again, we are having a break from the kids. So it's like these trips are not too long.
Right.
They're like 6-7 days tops, So, yeah, I would agree with you.
All right. So
except for the Asian Mediterranean battle. But, yeah.
I love Asian food. I love Asian food,
well,
but it is kind of heavy on the noodles and rice.
Hey.
Which are great.
For a good reason.
I'm going to get hated on.
No, you won't.
It's just a preference.
No, you won't. I mean, I'm fine eating Mediterranean tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm having beef with you about this. I just love Asian food.
So our next destination that also fits this chill vibe.
Wait. We didn't tell stories from our Greek cruise experience.
Oh, do tell.
I actually don't have any stories. I only can tell you that we went on a really cheap cruise.
Yeah.
Where there was hardly any alcohol because I felt like they just put a lot of juice and water in them.
Yeah. Well, probably most cruises
and then
do that.
It was so bad. It was so good. Like the entertainment was just
so bad.
Was so bad that like
it was good,
but it kept you going back because it was so bad.
But we got to go to like Santorini. We were there at sunset. That was pretty magical.
Yeah.
Like I will say, we didn't get to spend that long there, and that's like a super touristy destination. But honestly, I'm really glad that I went. I don't know that I would go back. I'd probably go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But just to see it and why people rave about it was worth it.
Yeah.
To go to Mykonos was beautiful. To see the windmills, again, probably one of the number one stops. But just to experience and see these things, I do think that tourists get a lot of hate sometimes to do the things that all the tourists do. But they're popular for a reason because they're usually destinations that are exceptionally beautiful or have some kind of historical value. And so I don't think you need to write it off and try not to be a tourist. I like to just embrace being one.
Be a tourist.
If I want to see it, I want to see it.
Right.
So I think that Mykonos, like, it was also just very memorable in the different alleyways, and it was just so picturesque.
And people say life is short, but like life is also long. It's both and. So like one time go as a tourist. When you go back your second time, then you're afforded to not be a tourist.
Yeah. You can explore something different off the beaten path.
Yeah.
All right. So destination number 2 is way closer. We're taking you to Mexico, but specifically encouraging...
destination number 2 of the chill vibe?
Yes.
Okay.
But in total,
but
this is
on the list, it's number 4.
But specifically, we're saying to go to an all-inclusive in Mexico.
Right. In which a lot of y'all are like, yep, been there, done that. And we agree with you. We've done it once, and we were still young and married. We didn't have a lot of money, but we're like, let's just go for 3 nights. And it was still fun.
It was still so much fun. And if you haven't been, this is why it's fun. Because you get to super short flight, really easy to get there. The all-inclusives, there are so many and so many different price points, so you can pretty much make it work on any budget, especially if you're flexible with how many days you're willing to travel. Mm-hmm. And once you get there, you can just turn off your brain. You're going to have great food to eat. Mm-hmm. You're going to wake up, and the biggest concern of your day is going to be getting a front row beach chair.
which we had that problem the first day.
Well, yeah, because I wanted to get a good seat on the beach, and Colin was like, "Can't we just sleep until 9:30?" And I said, "Well, if you sleep until 9:30, we're not gonna get any seat on the beach. There's a little bit of competition at some of these resorts." But you got up really early and you went and put our bags on a chair, and you were the best.
And then what happened the next day?
I don't remember.
See, exactly. All these things, you can fight about things, but it's okay.
Wait, what happened the next day?
That's it. We didn't remember.
I think we were like
it all just fades away into the background.
Yeah.
Because you just wake up and you're like, what sounds fun? Gelato?
Eating, sleeping, beaching.
Yeah. Eating chilaquiles.
So many things. So this is on the list because an all-inclusive is just a great experience for somebody looking to just check out. You want a beautiful view. You want to feel kind of taken care of, but you don't necessarily want to get on a plane, land, and then start planning your own itinerary and doing things. You just want to relax.
Right.
So an all-inclusive, I think, is a great option for somebody just looking to get away.
Exactly.
All right. So number 5 and 6, we're moving on to the planner category.
Oof. These are your folks that, maybe it's been a couple of years.
Not even. I think it's more of a personality trait of just wanting to squeeze every experience out of the time that you have.
And that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel this way most times. I think I usually start. This is what I think for me, and I'll say for you too. I think I start and I think, I just want to chill. Mm-hmm. But then as we start planning and I start uncovering all there is to do there, then I get a little bit of adventure. I'm like, I want to chill and have some adventure. But then the more I get into planning that itinerary, I realize that if I just chill at all, I'm going to miss out on something. So I'm probably just going to plan every day so I can experience as much as I can, and I'll sleep when I get home.
Here's the debate, though. Mm-hmm. When you come back from the trip, are you the person that goes, man, I had a really good time? Or, man, I did everything? It's two different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you have a good time if you just chilled and picked your spots and you were like, I got to experience XYZ and I was happy?
I think that anything is possible because we're all different and we all have different expectations for our trips.
That's true.
That's true.
I mean, I try to be that person that I just spoke about, but I know that I'm also not.
Yeah, you're a planner too.
Yeah. But to counter that, every time we get to a place or do something, I do have like a switch where like, okay, when we have arrived to the thing that's on the itinerary, I can like take a deep breath and I try to just be there before I just like check, let's move on.
Yeah. Try to be present in the different moments.
Yeah. Especially because as like a person that loves photography, videography, like I always get to places and immediately panic and try to get the shot. And after so many years of that, I have to tell myself, all right, just enjoy it and then get the shot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Little tangent.
Okay, so number 5. This is for you planners out there. We're going to send you to New York City. Oh, you hear our kids? They're excited about that too.
They get to watch a show when we do a podcast. And today I picked The Parent Trap. The Lindsay Lohan
So
version.
What do you think she's screaming about? Liv.
I don't know.
We'll
see.
Ask.
But it's a good movie.
It is a
great
movie.
It. We'll see if they like it or not.
We'll see if they're fans of Lindsay Lohan.
Well, I hope. Yeah, the kid version. Okay, New York City. This is all for you planners out there. And we don't have to tell you about New York. Everybody's got their own version of New York and what you want to do there. But it's food. It's shows. It's drinks. It's the spas.
Amazing food.
Right.
So many restaurants.
And maybe you want to be a tourist. And that's fine.
Lots of shopping.
Yeah.
If you've never been, see the Statue of Liberty.
Go to Times Square.
Do all the things. But then if you have been, or if you don't enjoy those things, there's just so much to eat. I've actually told Colin that I want to plan a trip to New York, which I think we're going to go early next year. But I want to plan
a work trip.
But yes, but just you and I, because I want to go without kids. I want to plan a trip like this.
We're practicing what we're preaching.
Right. I want to be able to walk around and shop and eat and just have no specific itinerary. Like I don't want to go for the big sites. I just want
I
to.
can't. It's so funny because once we get there, you're like, did you book the Broadway shows? You didn't book the Broadway shows?
Maybe I want to see.
You
a
have to
Broadway
make
show.
reservations at this restaurant, Colin. Figure out the subway right now.
Okay, so I want to have a laid back yet a little bit of planning.
I'm stressed about New York. I love it. But I need someone to hold my hand.
Yeah, we'll probably ask
Just
for
like
a lot
Disney.
of advice.
Yeah.
We'll probably need some tips before
Yeah.
we go because it's been a while. But yes, New York should definitely be a great opportunity to get away with a friend, with a partner. I think
Yeah.
it's a great stop, which leads me to the next stop, which is similar, but across the pond.
Well, I'm not done talking about New York yet.
Oh.
Because another fun thing you should do is like pack all the clothes that like you have in the closet that like you don't get to wear in normal life, suburb, small town, wherever you live.
Oh, and try to dress city while
Right.
you're there.
And just like be someone else. Like pretend you're it's buzzing and you have all this energy and go refuel yourselves and go to all the cool places and get cultured and educated. I don't know. That's what's fun about New York to me, is that there's energy there and then you can just like put it in a bottle and then I don't know, have fun.
Have fun.
That's what I would do. All right, number 6, we're taking you across the pond and we're talking the United Kingdom.
I love the UK because it's really easy to get different places by train. And you can visit a bunch of little cute towns like
Cotswolds, you can go like stay in these like really quaint, cozy cottages and have your tea and
you could go see a football game. We did that when we went up to Manchester.
right.
Colin saw Man United. You can spend a few days in London, which personally is one of my favorite cities in the world.
Ugh,
It's so
much good food.
iconic and beautiful, and
And it's so fun to be a tourist there.
it is so fun to be a tourist there
Yeah.
and see the things that I've grown up seeing in TV shows and movies, literally on kitchen magnets, like the little red
Yeah.
double-decker buses.
Yeah.
Just seeing all of that in real life feels so special.
A little expensive, but you're on a break.
Just make it a weekend,
Yeah.
on your way.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could
yeah.
go up to Scotland if you wanted to.
Mm.
You could even hop a train and head over to Paris and do
Ooh.
kind of like a double city vacay because you're squeezing every ounce out of this.
Maybe even pop in a quick visit to Mickey and Friends at Disneyland Paris.
You could do that too. I feel like there are so many opportunities. If you're going to fly into London, there are so many things that you could do to fill a week of time. Honestly, a week doesn't feel long enough.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's that short plane ride from the States, especially if you're on the East Coast, and there's so much to do. You're going to have the best time. So
Yeah.
I think, honestly, if I was picking from this entire list, I would probably tell people go to Greece or go to London.
Wow.
I know.
You would do that, knowing you have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old at home.
I would go to Greece or London.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, the only issue here is that we don't really have anyone to watch our kids. Truth be told.
This is just an ad for a babysitter. All right, here we go.
But yeah, I'll have no problem. If they were safe and taken care of, book that trip, babe. Let's go.
That's right.
Okay, so we also have some honorable mentions.
Yes.
Some honorable mentions, including,
Before we give you the number 7,
which is our choice.
which is where would Colin and Meg actually go to?
Right.
That's the big finale. Stick
the big
around for that.
But yeah, some honorable mentions. If distance wasn't a factor, you could go a little bit further.
Right. And I was thinking like parents of like teenage kids.
Okay. So where would you tell them to go?
I would say Japan. Oh my gosh. Like just flip your world upside down. Like especially being in the US, like just go to the other side of the planet and everything there is the opposite of everything here. And that to me is so fun.
Right.
You can go to Japan, go to Tokyo, go to Kyoto, do the traditional stuff and then do like the fun stuff and then all the cute things.
All the cute
All the cute
things.
things. Be a kid again. Let's be real. Everyone here on the planet is a Pokemon fan. I don't want to hear it. You're a Pokemon fan. At some point, you played Pokemon. And so, like, go enjoy all those things,
Yeah, we wrote down Thailand. We've talked a lot about Thailand before, but visiting Bangkok, going north to the mountains in Chiang Mai, or down to the beaches in Phuket.
Yep.
There are so many incredible experiences that you can do while you're visiting Thailand. We wrote down Bali.
Yeah, this is for like the your kid is like 17 and you're
Yeah,
like, I'm going to Bali, man.
I'm going to Bali for like a month. See you at the end of summer.
Yeah.
That's what I
you
would
graduate,
say.
son.
I hope you graduate. Bali's known for food and rice fields and beaches and ultimately just a real chill vibe.
Yeah. And
we
then-
haven't experienced it, yet.
Yeah, we're going this November.
We're excited.
Oh gosh,
Can't
I'm
wait.
excited.
Our kids will be with us. I'm
Yep.
still excited.
Yeah. But I do know that they have really cheap massages there and really good childcare. All the places that we're staying have like kids clubs, so we're getting micro breaks.
Micro breaks.
Ooh, what a good topic for another podcast episode.
A micro break?
Yeah. Wow. Did we just invent that?
I don't think so.
Hashtag micro break from your kids.
And then the last destination that we say makes the list is the Philippines.
Yeah, which also we've never been, but I have. Growing up on a clear day, I live on the coast, so you can see the Philippines. And why have I never been? I probably should go.
You probably should.
Isn't that the thing though?
It's like a boat ride away.
If it's like close to you, you never go.
Right.
You know?
You want to go see something different.
Right.
And I would say probably a lot of the geography is very similar to what you grew up with.
Well,
right. The culture is probably different.
Culture's very different. Food's different. I mean, yeah, similar in like the day-to-day things.
Are you about to tell us that Malaysia has better geography?
No.
Because you scoffed. You're like kind of similar.
Well, yeah, because the Philippines is definitely superior, and there is science to this. Okay, so again, I love Malaysia, but there is a thing called the volcano ring in that part of the world, and so Malaysia. Let's go on a little geography lesson, can we?
Okay.
Okay, so if you're looking at Malaysia on the map, we're in the middle. On the bottom, you have Indonesia that goes up to the Philippines that eventually touches Japan. So all the volcanoes are there. All the way Indonesia, Philippines, and that's why it's so beautiful. Why is Hawaii beautiful? Volcanoes. Why is Alaska beautiful? Volcanoes. Anywhere that there is dramatic landscape, there is high seismic activities. Boy, I sound so smart. And in Malaysia, we pride ourselves in having no natural disasters, no typhoons, no hurricanes, and we're sheltered by the volcano ring. The mountains that these volcanoes create shelters Malaysia. So we just have like chill vibes, little hills, and all these other places have these dramatic landscapes. Where was I going with this?
You were saying that's why the Philippines has a more
That's why they're
dramatic
beautiful.
landscape than Malaysia.
Yeah.
Because they're part of the volcanic ring.
When you have cliffs and mountains and all that stuff.
It just adds to the beauty.
Yeah.
And a little dangerous.
And yeah.
But beautiful.
But so those are our honorable mentions. You know, if your kids are older, you can afford a longer break or whatever circumstance it is, and you feel comfortable leaving your kids to, go that far.
Okay, so if we were to take a trip this year without our kids for about a week, we're leaving from the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Where would we go?
Drum roll.
We would go to Madeira.
Madeira
is an island. It's a part of Portugal. It's off the coast of Portugal. And its landscape is very similar to that you would see in Hawaii, right?
Right. If you, it's all over Instagram. You know how people say the Hawaii of Europe or the Machu Picchu of Korea.
But I only say that not to compare because each place is unique in and of itself. But
Yeah.
I'm comparing just the kind of activities that you could find yourself doing. If you went in the summer, there's a lot of swimming, so much hiking, lots of those dramatic landscapes, just mountains that meet cliffs, but it's like lush.
Volcano ring.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
I would go there.
Madeira. And, a quick flight to Lisbon from the East Coast. And then maybe spend a day or two prancing around Lisbon, eating some pastéis, eating some bufana sandwiches, peri-peri chicken, a lot of all the fish in the little cans. I don't know what they're called.
I forgot too.
The spicy anchovies and tuna, and I mean it was delicious. But yeah, and then you can hop a really quick flight to Madeira or the Azores. Though either one of those two, we haven't been. Madeira is also home to Cristiano Ronaldo. So if you love him, hey, that's a plus. Go CR7. But yeah, that's been on our list. hasn't it?
It's still on our list. We're going to make it happen one day.
Man, we have such a long list.
Well, hopefully we have a long life.
Hashtag life is long.
I hope so. Well, we did it.
We did it.
Yeah, I hope that's a little helpful, or maybe just inspiring, or maybe just some fun destinations to add to your list.
Now you can,
that you want to explore.
And now you can go back to the school line, pick up your kids, or now you're done grocery shopping, you're at the checkout line. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, and please come back, circle around. We're excited to take you on our travels. We can't wait to share what we discover in the Faroe Islands and Iceland. We're so stoked about that.
Yeah, we're hoping to do some live episodes from there. So kind of in real time-ish episodes.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that and have a great week.
Bye. Don't forget to pack snacks.